What's going on, YouTube? Back at it with another video. Look, we got top 15 forbidden places that you're not allowed to visit unless you got a drone or helicopter. But before we get in this video, need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna say a quick prayer, then we're gonna start this video, man. Bow your heads for me, please. For me, please, please. Dear Lord, I come to you today just to pray for everybody, just in general. If they're doing bad, people that's doing real good in life, we all need a prayer. I ask that you just, you bring yourself to every last one of us. You keep us going, and you put us all in a position to be us. Just be us in general. We don't have to impress nobody, don't have to think about nobody or whatever it is that's holding you back or keeping you from getting to that next level. Just pray that you can just be you. In your name I pray. Amen. Already, before we get in this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let's do it.
There are places that are off limits for virtually everyone, from ancient human encampments to areas of great danger. It's time to begin. Join me while we take a look at 15 forbidden places that you're not allowed to visit. Number 15, Lascaux Caves, France.
Nigga, I thought he said the last cocaine. I was like, I ain't gonna go there anyway. What the fuck I need to be over there for? But that ain't what he said. I thought he did, though.
In September of 1940, an 18-year-old was walking his dog in the countryside near the French town of Montignac.
That's an ugly-ass dog. If I pause the video and can't tell what the fuck it is, it ain't a dog, man. That's that type dog, when they running with you and you running from something, you leave that motherfucker behind so you can keep going.
When his pooch suddenly fell into a hole, he gathered a few friends to help with the rescue effort, and they entered the cave, which at the time they thought was a secret tunnel entrance to a nearby manor. What they would go on to discover, however, was one of the most important archaeological discoveries to have ever been made in France, the Lascaux Caves. Made up of a series of caverns that cover an area of around 75 acres, they contain more than 600 paintings of large animals, local plant species, and various other symbols, some of which have been dated back more than 17,000 years.
How they
By
know
1948,
that,
the caves have been studied.
How they be knowing, like, how far back it goes and everything? Like, how do they know it's 17,000 years? How they don't know there was some kids in the 80s that went in there and found it and went to coloring and drawing shit because they was just bad kids in the 80s. And then we like, oh, they're Indians, the Egyptians, aliens. But nigga, that was your cousin Craig back in the fucking 80s, and Jamal and Linquisha was playing around. Hold on, I don't think they had no Linquisha in the 80s. They had like Jasmine's and Cornell, shit like that. It wasn't no Linquisha. That was like mid-90s Linquishas came out. Yeah, you right.
And were open to the public, with more than 1,200 people venturing in to see them for themselves every day. This began to cause some serious problems, though, because of the carbon dioxide, heat, humidity, and other contaminants that were being released into the caves as a result. The paintings were visibly beginning to deteriorate. With signs of fungus and lichen beginning to grow on the walls too, the decision was made to close the caves in 1963 and embark on a restoration project. They remain off limits to everyone except for authorized researchers to this day.
I'm surprised they didn't turn that into a museum. They get paid for that. You get to walk through this whole tunnel all the way in and see like original artifacts, if that's what you would call it. Them niggas make some money off that. They already making money off everything else. Why they closing this down? What's in there that y'all found that we can't see? Huh? Shit.
Project. They remain off limits to everyone except for authorized researchers to this day. Instead, a number of replicas have been made, as well as a virtual reality version of the caves, to hopefully give people the chance to admire the beauty of the paintings without causing any further damage to them.
One moment. My bad. My brother called me. I had to answer. Nigga in prison.
Number 14.
But he get out this month.
Bay, Thailand. There's no doubt that Thailand has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, covered in pristine white.
They also just had a big ass earthquake and everybody from America that moved to Thailand was in there. Yeah, motherfucker. Should have stayed your ass over here with us. You went over there and got a Thailand earthquake and realized that shit dangerous. Buildings and shit get to falling down. Our earthquakes ain't nothing like that. Yeah. You got to be prepared for what come with them places y'all go to stay at and live there forever. I can't do it. I'm going to live in America for the rest of my life. I'm going to be real with you. For real. Even though I say I hate America, I feel like when I leave to go live in somebody else's shit, I'm going to hate their rules too. I'm going to be real. I travel though. But I ain't gonna lie. I want to stay home.
Sand and leading out to perfectly blue waters. And if there's one that stands out above the rest, it's the Maya Bay Beach on the island of Koh Phi Phi. It looks familiar. That's because this was the location for The Beach, which was released in 2000. And following its prominence in the movie, tourist numbers skyrocketed. By 2015, as many as 1.2 million people were visiting each year, almost 80% of whom were foreign, all looking to relax in the waters and get a glimpse of the bioluminescent plankton that light up the sand at night. This, though, began to have a devastating impact on the beach, which...
The fuck he mean, light up the sand at night? So where they at during the daytime? They just sitting on them, spitting water out. It's all in their mouth and shit. Mom, my stomach, my shit is glowing, Mom. Yeah, because you swallowed all that plankton. That planktation, you swallowed all the planktation when we was on the beach. Now your asshole burning. You pissing out glow sticks. Think about that, bro. Oh, tourist site. Oh, cool, amazing. We get to see some shit we ain't never seen before. But like, really think about what you seeing. You seeing live organisms right now. You can't see it in the daytime, so you just swimming. It done swimmed up your pee hole. All in your butt crack. Think about that. You emerged in this shit. They just sitting there just alive. Happy as hell. Hell, I'm be thinking dirty than the motherfucker the whole time. Like, man, there's crabs and shit in here, ain't it? I don't want crabs. I don't. I heard they itch. I don't want it.
Along with the lasting damage caused during the shooting of the movie, meant something had to be done to preserve it for future generations. Despite attempts to rejuvenate the region while still allowing people to visit, the Thai government decided to ban all visitors in 2019, a law that still remains in effect. The intent is to reopen it at some point in the future, though, and there's a huge project that involves the cultivation of corals and cleaning of trash from the beach to prepare it for when this eventually happens.
Yeah.
Number 13. Grand Shrine of Ise, Japan. There are said to be as many as 80,000 Shinto...
Nigga, if I visit there, I want the dress and everything. Not necessarily the dress, but the male one. Not the one that make you, that mean you shaking your ass and you want to get fucked with. I don't want that dress. I want the one that's like... What? I want that dress. I want the one that's going to make me do a backflip and I land like this. And just spin on a stick. Like, you know how they be landing with them sticks like monkeys? And hi. Yeah, I want that dress. Yeah, that's the one I want. And I'm standing just on one toe, spinning. Oh my mama, that's the dress I want.
Those shrines across Japan, with people being just as likely to worship at home as they are in a public building. And while most welcome anyone who wishes to make use of them for their spiritual beliefs, there's one that only a select few people can enter. Known as the Grand Shrine of Ise, it was built to honor Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun and the universe. Amazingly, the construction of the shrine made use of traditional Japanese woodcraft techniques, which means not a single nail was used. It was first built more than 2,000 years ago, but in accordance with the Shinto ideas of death and rebirth, it's actually fully rebuilt every 20 years, and the last time this happened was in 2013. Today, in respect of how important the shrine is, the only people allowed to enter are priests and the members of the Imperial...
I'm gonna sneak in. That's gonna be me right here. I'm gonna get the fake ponytail and all. I just want to see what the fuck going on here. Oh my God, this is real. That motherfucker just jumped off the top of the roof. No. The mountain That motherfucker jumped out. That motherfucker flew out that mountain. Oh, shit. This is nice. What's your name? Your name. No, what's your name? Your name. Some motherfucker stupid. Man, what's your name? Your name. Oh, shit. That's your name? Yes. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I'ma fit right in. They ain't even gonna know I'm not from here. You think they gonna know? I don't think they gonna know.
Real royal family. The closest anyone else can get is to see the shrine.
That'd be a funny ass movie. Me and I gotta go to a Hong Kong thing, but I'm sneaking in and I gotta let people know like I'm supposed to be here so I can get these certain powers. Oh, that'd be a funny ass movie. Cause soon as they and they slam that stick, oh shit. Yeah. Damn, I want to be in that movie now. Whenever y'all make that movie, call me.
Outside through the wooden fences that surround it, but it is permitted to walk around the grounds, which include a forest and a series of ornamental walkways that were built around 150 years ago. Number 12. Morgan Island, United States. Off the coast of South Carolina, there's a 4,400-acre rocky outcrop known as Morgan Island that's been completely off limits to visitors.
You see how our islands look compared to like overseas? That shit ugly. It's all dirty ass anaconda water, alligator city. And you just know it feel like Komodo dragon all right here in this area. All these damn pelican. This is our Pelican Bay, like. Even though Pelican Bay is here, but this is our other version. Shit look like Louisiana.
Acre rocky outcrop known as Morgan Island that's been completely off limits to visitors since 1979.
79? What the fuck happened there? To where nobody want to go there? They got palm trees. That means it's some shit. Somebody done died.
Historically, because of its remote position, it's never been permanently used by people. But in that year, a colony of free-ranging rhesus monkeys was relocated there from Puerto Rico, and the risk of spreading disease meant it simply isn't safe for anyone to come into.
So y'all just said, we gonna find this random island in America that nobody go to and put some Puerto Rican monkeys there. Y'all was testing them monkeys. And y'all almost got caught and said, fuck it, nigga, we need to test on something else now. So y'all threw all them fucking monkeys on the island. That's what y'all did. And you talking about the risk of the disease? No, them monkeys got superpowers and shit. That's why we can't go out there. You gonna get bit, and then you gonna have a little, your fucking pinky gonna grow big as hell, and that's it. You gonna have superpowers just in your pinky finger. That shit gonna make your nuts swell up to a grapefruit. Soon as you get bit by one of them motherfuckers. Yeah, don't go to that island. Don't go over there. Them is test monkeys. For real. What the fuck you going to Puerto Rico to grab monkeys and put them on a random island for? Think about that, bro. That's a test island. That man, there's so much shit on that. COVID-19 on that island. But they can survive.
To contact with them. The reason why they had to be moved in the first place is that they were part of a research facility, and there was a huge problem with the transmission of herpes virus B infections.
I told you!
The island was chosen so they could be studied and live their lives in a controlled environment.
That's Herpes Island. Herpes fucking Island. Y'all can't fool a real nigga. That's what I'm saying. You can't fool a motherfucker that use his brain. No, you can't. You can't. I might be goofy, funny motherfucker, but I think that island got herpes on it. I don't want to touch shit. You ain't got to worry about me going there. I don't even want to know about this island no more.
Now operated and overseen by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, most of the more than 3,500 monkeys live in a semi-marine tropical forest that's on the island, and the risk is so severe that they're fed by an automated system from a nearby building. Only occasional researchers are ever allowed to set foot on Morgan Island, which is also often called Monkey Island, and those that are allowed to go have to enter strict quarantine on their return to ensure nothing is spread to the general population.
I'm gonna be real. We work together, you go to that island, we don't work together. Because I'm going to make sure you're fired. I don't want you to come here. I'm going to make sure. You know he was fucking your wife. Yeah. You ain't hear from me? I got the messages. Look. Get him out of here. And check your wife, because he just came from Monkey Island. Check her. He been fucking with her. You gonna fire him? Okay, bet. Yeah, we gotta get you the fuck out of here. You just came from Monkey Fuck Island with all that shit on your lips. What the fuck? What's that on your lips, boy? You was fucking them monkeys, wasn't you? You was a nasty motherfucker. Yeah, we gotta get him fired. For real. I'm nervous and shit. I don't want to quit because y'all paying me $59 an hour, so I'm not gonna quit. I'm not. But I'm telling you, he in here fucking all y'all wives. I'm gonna keep it 100. He told me to come with him. I said, I fuck with y'all for real, straight up. I really do. We gonna get him out of here.
Uluru, Australia. Uluru is the most recognizable natural landmark in Australia. Located around 208 miles to the southwest of Alice Springs, it's deep within the outback of the country's Northern Territory and became a popular tourist destination in the 1930s when it was more commonly known as Ayers Rock. The problem, though, was that the natural sandstone formation, which stands 1,142 feet tall, has been a place of spiritual significance to the indigenous people for a long time, and from well before outsiders settled in Australia, and the countless numbers of tourists that were walking up onto it were causing severe damage to its delicate structure.
Yeah.
There were also
you don't let any Americans go overseas and start looking at y'all shit. So we gonna fuck all your shit up, because we don't got none of that over here. So when we see it, for some reason, I want to touch it. And we start scraping piece of it off to take home and shit. Like, yeah, this is a rock from over there. Yeah, don't let us touch nothing. Cut all access off to Americans. Because we gonna take some home. We got a thing. In America, we got a thing with being, like, famous. Oh, yeah, I got this. Don't nobody got this. We just got a thing with being like that. That's just how Americans are. So with that being said, shut that shit down. Don't let us come visit y'all shit. Because I promise you, we going to get a piece of it. And we're going to put a tax on it. For real.
Concerns about how visitors were disrespecting Uluru.
I'll be right here digging. Right there. You see the top? Right here? You see that little piece? Look at them trees. Them trees big. You ain't even going to see me up there. I'm going to be right there. Chopping them. Yeah. This Mount Rock going 10K a rock. And they gonna buy it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Structure. There were also concerns about how visitors were disrespecting Uluru after a number of incidents of tourists drinking alcohol and stripping on top of the sacred mound. So, in 2017, there was a unanimous vote to ban people from being able to climb it.
I was up there fucking.
This new law came into effect in October of 2019, and now, while you're able to witness it from...
I ain't gonna lie, though. I feel you. As an American... You up there with your little thing, y'all. If y'all got liquor in you or not, y'all the only two up there. This high, you get to see the horizon. That ass sitting right, and you grip it. Y'all kissing the horizon. Yeah, we might get it on right here. We might get it on, but that's what's wrong with America. We gets it in. That's why when y'all come over here and visit from overseas, y'all like, damn, everybody got at least 3 kids each. Yeah, we gets it in. We do. I'm gonna keep it 100. We do. Right there on top of Sydney Tour Guide. We getting it in. Hey! Right there on top of the rocks, man. For real, we gotta leave our mark everywhere. I don't know why we like this, but we are. I'm sorry. Just don't let us come here no more, because we gonna do something nasty every time.
Came into effect in October of 2019, and now, while you're able to witness it from a nearby visitor center, no one's allowed to set foot on it. Even photos from certain angles are prohibited in accordance with traditional beliefs, and offending images have been removed from Google Earth as a mark of respect.
Dang, you gotta walk up that motherfucker?
Number 10, Mezhgorye, Russia. You may have heard about several abandoned towns or cities around the world that are restricted in terms of who can visit, but what about a fully functioning one? That's the strange case with Mezhgorye, which is in the southern Ural Mountains in the Russian Republic of Mezhgorye. And despite having an estimated population of around 16,000 people, it's completely cut off from the outside world. It's believed to have been founded in 1979 and officially declared a town in 1995.
So ain't nobody ever left there? Like, how you...
And there is, along with a base hidden in the mountains, that a number of top-secret Russian military projects are carried out. The residents are all either the employees or the families of the employees.
Yeah, any place where it's a lot of people living, but they don't let outsiders come in there, they building bombs and shit. They working on some shit, but they gotta make it look like like you cannot obviously just look over there and be like, nigga, is that the Russian army? Like you know, it looked like a town, but inside that town there's some shit going on. They don't like black people there. I tell you that. We ain't welcome. They don't care what's going on. I don't think we're welcome there. And I don't think I want to go there. I was not look at these fucking trees. That shit look like it itch. What the hell I need to be there for? I don't like itching. The hell?
Of the Russian government, which is why it's been possible to keep it under wraps. From what we do know about the town, it's likely the place, for example, where Russia kept 73 of their nuclear warheads during the Cold War, and there are suggestions.
Alright, man, these motherfuckers probably finna come kill me, man. I ain't finna keep telling y'all these secrets. Technically, it ain't a secret, because I figured it out. But that's a big-ass bomb. And they got 3 of them over there. Nigga, that bitch go off, nigga, the whole city blew the fuck up. The whole city gone. They dropped that bitch in Dallas, Texas right now, nigga. Texas is gone. 3 of them, the whole Texas is gone. That's crazy. 3 nukes. The entire... We can't deal with this shit, y'all. That's a big ass bomb, and I'm figuring this shit out, and I don't know. I don't think they gonna let me just keep... I don't think they gonna let me just keep figuring this shit out.
It's the location of the country's Dead Hand project that can supposedly launch a nuclear assault on the rest of the world automatically. The less that's known about...
What the... Automatically? The... Motherfuckers said the rest of the world. So they got 3. They got 1 lined up for Mexico, 1 lined up for us, and 1 lined up for whoever else. And automatically, they press that button. We blow the fuck up. This shit is real like that? Yeah, it is. So basically, all I can say is continue to do what you're doing in life. Try to upgrade your life and make sure you right with God and Jesus. Not just God, not just Jesus. Both of them. For real. Because they press that button and there's nothing you can't do. That's like seeing a meteor and everybody like, what you gonna do if a meteor hit this world? Die. Duh. What are you talking about? I'm finna be running. I'm gonna run into death. Everywhere you go, nigga, it's gonna be death. You might as well just die. Duh. I'm going to heaven. I don't know where y'all going. I'm alright.
Out the town, the more rumors that spread about it too, such as it being where the Russians keep evidence of the existence of aliens and where they're developing the next generation of mass destruction weaponry. Whatever the truth may be, it's certainly not something any ordinary citizens or tourists...
If you an alien and you watching me right now, you fuck me for real, nigga, come visit me on my mama. Come visit me. But be on some cool shit. Don't come visit me and like take me. I got people that I gotta see. Don't take me, motherfucker, but just come like visit, say what's up, chop it up with your boy. You know, we can talk some shit. You know, I might, let me drive your plane. I want to drive your UFO. Just teach me how to work that motherfucker. I'm gonna pull up on a couple of my cousins. Not all of them, just one. I'm gonna just do one. Okay, it ain't gonna be a cousin. I'm gonna pull up just one of my homeboys. Just one. I'm gonna tell them come outside. Yeah, we on some real alien shit on my mama. Then we gonna fly back to where we fly back. I'm gonna let you go about your day. And we gonna be cool. I ain't gonna tell nobody. So if you're an alien and you watching me, pull up on me. Inbox me. Or find me. Nigga, I know you can find me. You an alien. Use your technology, nigga.
Tourists will be able to find out, because if you get too close without permission, you'll soon be faced with the barrel of a rifle and the suggestion that you turn away.
They gonna kill me?
Number 9. North Sentinel Island, Bay of Bengal. North Sentinel Island is a part of the Andaman Island archipelago in the Bay of Bengal and falls within Indian territorial waters. While most of the other islands are open to visitors and tourists and offer exactly what you'd expect from a tropical island retreat, travel to North Sentinel is strictly forbidden to protect the people who live there. Known to outsiders as the
I'm not fucking with you.
Sentinelese,
Nope.
they're one of the last remaining tribes in the world that are fully isolated. The reasons for this date back for centuries after a series of unfortunate encounters with passing vessels, and now the Sentinelese see any attempts by outsiders to visit the island as an aggressive act, and they respond in kind.
Nigga, I thought that was a
Two
tiger
fishermen
back.
who became stranded on one of the beaches in 2006 were, for example, swiftly executed by the islanders, and so was an American missionary.
Yeah, we just watched a video about you, boy. Went out there on that dumb shit. I need to teach them. I need to. No, the fuck you don't. They've been living this long forever.
Who tried to make contact with them in 2018. To try and prevent this from happening, there's a 5-mile exclusion zone around the island that's regularly patrolled by...
It'd be Americans that doing dumb shit like that. Like, back to him. He'd be like, I need to learn, teach them about Jesus in the Holy Bible. Like, no, the fuck you don't need to go way out there to teach them about Jesus. The hell? Go over there and get your head cut off and then they gonna eat you. What the fuck? Fuck no, I ain't going there teaching them about no Jesus. What the fuck? I look like they already know about him. You think they don't know? You think they don't believe in God out there? They probably got another name. They probably just say Yahweh. They probably just say that. They know. Motherfuckers is spiritually connected. It don't matter where you at. You could have been born on an island. We all gonna be knowing there's something up there and there's something down there. It's just we just know. Because we connected to both regardless. We gotta realize shit, the devil came from up there too. Don't be going out there trying to show, like, man, fuck that. There's some Americans that don't even want to know about the shit. So I ain't going over there getting hate. Hell no, I bet you it's 3 old ladies over there that know everything that they need to know about God and the devil and some witchcraft shit. They know about all of it. Just naturally for some reason. Somebody came and visited them and told them already. Come on, man. Them big ass teeth, man. They gonna be using your shit. Little utensils and shit.
Was an American missionary who tried to make contact with them in 2018. To try and prevent this from happening, there's a 5-mile exclusion zone around the island that's regularly patrolled by the Indian Navy, with the intent that the Sentinelese will be able to live their lives in peace without the risk of being interrupted by unwelcomed visitors. Number 8. Pravcicka Brana, Czech Republic. Located in Bohemian Switzerland, which is a region in northwestern Czech Republic, the Pravcicka Brana is a stunning natural sandstone arch.
Shout out to Switzerland. Shout out to everybody in Switzerland. I got some people that be watching me from out there. Shout out to y'all overseas. Australia, Switzerland, if you're British, Africa. Yeah, shout out to Africa. Oh, my mama.
Height of 52 feet and a width of 26 feet, a total span of 87 feet, it was once one of the most popular tourist attractions in the region, with people traveling far and wide to walk over the infamous arch. It was realized, however, that the more people that visited, the quicker that the arch was beginning to deteriorate, and there was a huge concern that it would one day collapse, not only meaning the country would lose one of its most important landmarks, but also risk a huge humanitarian
Damn, that motherfucker is bright. I know it's monkeys over there or something, but that look cool, don't it? I feel like they make like homemade butter over there. Like fresh with the little gay thing they got. That shit like straight homemade butter. Homemade butter. Nigga, the world's so freaked out right now. It's a girl that could get on OnlyFans and make homemade butter and just let like her chest bounce. And I promise you, she'll make $1 million. One of y'all do that right now. Y'all watching me, y'all got OnlyFans. Get on your OnlyFans and make homemade butter. Put some oil right here. And don't whip them out. You nasty motherfucker. Keep them covered up, because that intrigues guys even more. Because it's like, they might fall out. But if it's just out, they're going to be like, dang, hurry up and get to having sex. Just kind of cover it up. Let them motherfuckers bounce. And you just make butter. But literally make the butter. So it don't look like you being too sexualized. Just make the butter. And I promise you, people they going to pay for that shit. Definitely in America, they gonna pay for that shit just to see you make butter. And them motherfuckers bouncing with the oil on them and you cute. Don't go too fast and the butter squirt right there. Oh, that's an extra 5. They gonna send you some more. I'm telling you, and if you do it and it work, my mama inbox me and let me know. I ain't gonna judge you. But I do want a piece of that check because I put you on. But you ain't gotta give me too much. I take like, depending on, you make $1 million, give me about 12 G. Give me about 12 G. I'm alright.
Tragedy. It was decided in 1982, therefore, that everyone would be prohibited from walking across it and are instead restricted to looking at it from afar. Since the new rules were put in place, there's been a noticeable slowdown in the rate of erosion, but even without the assistance of tourists, it's still wearing away. It's most likely that it will collapse at some point in the future, but that time is now a lot further away thanks to the ban. Number 7. Poveglia, Italy. The Venetian Lagoon in northern Italy is an enclosed bay of the Adriatic Sea, where there's a number of protected islands, including most famously Venice itself. The city is actually built across 118 small islands that are connected by more than 400 bridges, and it was first settled more than 2,500 years ago, and the surrounding islands have served in support of the main center. One, known as Poveglia, is abandoned and access is highly restricted, not because of anything taking place there today, but because of its storied past. It was originally inhabited, but in the face of war, the residents fled in 1379, and for almost
13? That shit been up since 1379? Yeah, you coming back with a demon. Yeah, it's ghosts, it's all types of shit out there. Damn. 1379, bro, and them bricks is still up and they got like perfect structure. Who built that shit back then? And how is everything so perfect? Like, these is real bricks. That mean they heavier than what we got out here, that little fake shit we got. Who was building this shit back in 1379? Let me find out technology and all this extra shit was already here, and then we got blown the fuck up and fucking water and shit. That's crazy, bro. This is one of them towns, like, wherever they was growing up, like, I can't wait to get a boat so I can go over there. They don't even care about cars. Because where you going to use it? I thought that was a prison, too. Then I'm like, nah, that's a church. And I'm like, no, all the buildings had that point at it. What the fuck is this?
Inhabited, but in the face of war, the residents fled in 1379, and for almost 400 years, it was left empty. In 1776, though, Venetian authorities saw it as the perfect place to set up a quarantine station. The city had become a hub for tourism and trade, but there were increasing risks of people bringing illness such as the plague with them, so anyone showing any symptoms had to go there. It was used for this purpose for almost a century, and then in 1922 the buildings were converted and turned into a mental asylum before finally being abandoned in 1968. During these two uses, countless people...
So basically, they send you out there if you sick and they can't figure it out, they sent you out there. You know how many people got sent out there and they just had a cold? Them motherfuckers just had like a cold, but it was just a little bit severe. They probably just had the flu. And they was like, we don't know what it is. This motherfucker bleeding. He coughing up blood and shit. Send that motherfucker over there. And now you in a whole mental area. They done put all that medicine and shit in you. Now you crazy for real. And they said you just had that disease and went crazy. Like, nigga, that motherfucker had a cold, bruh. What? Yo ass come out with dyslexia and autism. They like, it's fucked up. We gotta send them off. Like, nigga, I just see numbers everywhere. I ain't fucked up. That's crazy. Damn.
Died on Poveglia, both because of disease and mistreatment, and it's more recently become known as the most haunted place on Earth.
Told you.
It's the potential presence of historical diseases within the soil that's seen as the greatest threat, though, and to prevent those from re-emerging and infecting the modern-day city, there are huge penalties for anyone who sets foot there. Number 6. Heard Island, Australia. Despite falling under the jurisdiction of Australia, Heard Island is one of the most remote places on Earth, lying around 2,500 miles southwest of Perth.
Bro, I swear I thought Australia was straight like red dirt grass. You know, I knew they had like, obviously like buildings and shit, but like, I'm thinking like Kangaroo Jack type shit. I'm thinking that's the whole Australia. I didn't know they got rain. I mean, Obviously rain, but not snow. I did not think they had snow. At all. That's crazy.
And 2,600 miles to the southeast of South Africa in the Indian Ocean. It's on Heard Island, along with the surrounding McDonald Islands, that you'll find Australia's only 2 active volcanoes, and one of them, Mawson Peak, is the tallest mountain in Australia, reaching an elevation of 9,006 feet. Because of where the islands are, they're also covered in 41 separate glaciers and are home to a wide range of different plant and animal species. Although they're volcanic in origin, they're made up of mainly limestone and scattered pieces of other rocks, and this means that they're relatively fragile compared to most other islands. And this is why Australia forbids visitors from going there. Of course, this is a place that's so remote that there's virtually no chance that anyone...
See, that's that bullshit I be talking about. That's why I don't fuck with Great Value. This shit don't do nothing for me. I just open this motherfucker and just try to tell me a secret. What kind of pussy shit is that? That motherfucker said, psst. Hold on, nigga, you water. What the fuck you saying psst for? Man, this fuck ass shit. I'm thirsty in the motherfucker though.
Would reach Heard Island without it being their specific destination. So with the rules in place, there have been fewer voyages to investigate the islands in the past half-century than have been sent to the moon. Number 5, Pluto's Gate, Turkey. Ancient civilizations had a number of rituals and traditions that may seem...
That looks like a penis. That definitely looks like a penis.
Strange to modern-day cultures, but there was often good reason behind many of their superstitions, and there's one that's still dangerous to this day. Known as Pluto's Gate, it was a well-known site to the ancient Greeks and was in the city of Hierapolis in modern-day Turkey. It was a Plutonian, which means it was a site dedicated to the god of the underworld, Pluto, and it's a small cave that's just large enough for one person to fit inside. Mentioned by several high-profile writers from the time, it was said to be an incredibly dangerous place, and one that only the most devout could enter and return safely from. During the times of the Greeks, a further building was in front of the cave, and this too was a deadly space, so much so that vendors sold animals to visitors so they could put them near to the cave and see how quickly they would die.
Damn.
What first sounds like legend actually has a scientific basis behind it, and it was recently discovered that Pluto...
That's why I don't fuck with caves at all. Every time somebody go in a cave, niggas don't come out the cave. And why is that? Because there's shit in there. Duh. I done played a lot of games. And and I used to play Minecraft like a motherfucker. I used to love Minecraft back in like 2013, 2014. I was on Minecraft like a motherfucker. It's always something in them caves. When you need the best shit on Minecraft, you go in the caves. And when you go in them caves, first thing you hear, I hear bones and shit crackle. They got dead shit and shit all down there. Minecraft don't lie. Minecraft ain't lied to me. I done learned some shit on Minecraft. Minecraft need to get taught in every school. It need to have a class where you just play Minecraft and you learn. For real. Man, don't go in them caves, man. There's some shit in there.
Pluto's Gate has a series of cracks in the surrounding rock that large quantities of carbon dioxide gas seeps through. As it's invisible and denser than air, anyone that goes in and breathes normally would soon start suffering the consequences. And because of this danger, visitors aren't allowed anywhere near. Number 4, Snake Island, Brazil.
Oh, that's that live.
Of all the islands in the world that are dangerous for humans to visit, the one that you'd experience the highest chance of death is the Ilha de Camargo Grande, which is around 21 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo in Brazil. And it's for good reason that the Navy patrols the area to prevent anyone from going there. That's because it's more commonly known as Snake Island, and it's home to
Think about all the people that just want to get you killed without get away with it. They probably go over there, fly out there if they can, get one of them real exotic poisonous snakes, grab a couple of them, sell a couple of them, couple million. You know, them snakes be costing some money. Sell a couple of them bitches for a couple million, boom, bam, bam. Get some of the venom, boom, bam, bam. They put that shit in your Gatorade or some shit. Now your ass dead. You died of snake poisoning. Nigga let a poison snake off in your house and you didn't even know it. Now you and all your kids done got bit. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's all types of ways to get rid of a motherfucker. Motherfuckers be out here using snakes. Yeah. You ever been to somebody's house and he got pet pigs and shit, but this nigga ain't even got no farm for real? You like, what the fuck you got all these pigs for? In the middle of town. Nigga. Just pay attention, y'all. Y'all keep your eyes open and pay attention.
Arguably the deadliest species of snake in the world, the golden lancehead viper, and there are lots of them. Thousands of years ago, rising sea levels
hell no, I come face to face some shit like that. What I'm supposed to do? I'm gonna grab that motherfucker. What the fuck? Yes, nigga, I'm gonna twist that nigga head off. In real life, I'm gonna be scared though, but right now, I think I could do it. But real life, nigga, I'm gonna panic. Nigga, what the fuck is that? That's some Pokemon shit.
The island to be cut off from the mainland, and a small population of snakes has become trapped. Instead of having a wide range of food sources, they were now restricted to the birds that migrated past and stopped off on the island. So this necessitated an evolutionary change if they were to survive. The result was the development of a much stronger venom that, if bitten, will cause a bird to die almost immediately and close by, which ensures the snake is able to eat it. With an estimated 1 snake per 11 square feet, they're present in huge numbers on the island, and if you were to go to the forested regions, you'd be guaranteed to see them in every direction.
Damn.
Fortunately, no one knows for sure how potent the venom is against humans because very few people have ever been bitten by one, but if the effects on birds are anything to go by, it would likely be fatal before any anti-venom or treatment could be administered.
Definitely.
Number 3. Surtsey Island, Iceland. On the 14th of November in 1963, a huge underwater volcanic eruption began off the southern coast of Iceland, and it would set in motion a series of events that would become one of the most unique scientific experiments ever. By the time the eruption ended in June of 1967, a brand new chain of islands had been formed, the largest of which was called Surtsey, and it gave scientists an incredible insight into the way that the islands are created.
That's crazy.
The other formations soon worn away in the face of oceanic erosion, but Surtsey is still there to this day. And is
That's crazy how new land can just appear. You know, like, it could be just water right there, and people are like, don't go over the water, there's a volcano right there. And then out of nowhere, like, 100 years later, 50 years later, 20, I don't know how long it takes, there's a whole spot of land, like, people could go live there. Like, what the hell? I mean, I don't know if you're gonna survive, but you can go over there. That's crazy, bro. That shit is wild. Like, man.
Only expected to fall back beneath the waves in around a century. It has long been a protected site, with only authorized researchers allowed anywhere near. But this isn't anything to do with safety. Instead, it's to prevent contamination on the island, so researchers can further study the development of new islands.
It's always
bacteria, fungi,
and you know, that's the contamination right there. What the fuck? We don't need nobody though, so it don't be contaminated, so we can keep studying it. Nigga, y'all contaminating it. Y'all the contamination. These are perfectly good rocks, nigga. That's a parasite right there. A whole white man. You gonna tell us we can't go there though? The fuck? Why he get to go there?
Molds were, for example, the first living organisms to appear on Surtsey, and these provide the basis of the ecosystem that could support more complex life. It is believed there are 89 species of birds and 335 invertebrates in the area, and this number is only expected to increase as time passes.
Definitely.
Number 2, Niihau Island,
Niihau!
United States.
Niihau! Niihau, my elbow! Niihau! Damn, Niihau!
Westernmost and
Always
7th largest
me,
island in the Hawaiian archipelago is known as Niihau, and covering an area of 69 square miles, it's 17.5 miles southwest of Kauai. Despite being a lush wetland region that's as beautiful as the rest of Hawaii, you won't find any resorts to stay in there, and the closest you'll get is a half-a-day helicopter tour to see the island from a distance. That's because of an unusual political agreement that means only people authorized by the island's owners are allowed to go there, and they're notoriously restrictive with who they welcome. The island was sold to Elizabeth Sinclair by the Kingdom of Hawaii in 1864 for $10,000.
She the reason why we can't go? She gonna ever tell us we can? Is there ever gonna be a day where we can go ask her for permission? Where her kids at? Because somebody gonna let us on this motherfucker island. I want to see these burnt up rocks.
Which is the equivalent of around 170,000 today. And it's her descendants, the Robinsons, that are still in charge. Only members of the family and their relatives, along with U.S. Navy personnel, government officials, and the occasional invited guest are allowed on the island. And this is allowed for the development of a community that's detached from the outside world. This doesn't mean they have nothing to do with anyone else, though, and they've had a long-standing relationship with the U.S. military, to the point where there's a small installation on the island, and it's also occasionally used as a site for specialist training operations. There are now believed to be around 170 residents on Niihau. After building an economy that was mainly sustained by farming, they're all virtually self-sufficient. No rent has to be paid by residents, and meat is free to everyone that lives there. All electricity is provided by solar power, and there are no vehicles, with islanders instead relying on horses for their transport.
Oh, my mama.
Number 1. Heart Reef, Australia. Coral reefs around the world are some of the most spectacular sights you'll ever see, but there's one in Australia that's the most photogenic of all. Known as the Heart Reef, it's part of the Great Barrier Reef, but it's slightly detached from the larger structure, and has, by sheer coincidence, taken on a shape that looks very much like a heart. Surrounded by crystal clear water and with countless species thriving in the reef, it became the central part of a number of tourism campaigns and attracted a huge number of snorkelers and divers who wanted to experience it for themselves.
Oh, the island underwater. Yep, I definitely ain't going there. Don't need to. I don't even want to see it.
This is often the case, however. Increasing foot traffic led to increased destruction of the reef structure, and there were concerns that if things kept going at the same rate, the Heart Reef would have been irreparably damaged within a few years. The decision was made to ban anyone from visiting, and now the only chance you have of getting your own photo of the romantic outcrop is by hiring a helicopter.
See, I'll do that. Give me a parachute. I would experience going in a helicopter and, like, you know, looking at some sights and shit. I would want to experience that. Don't get me wrong. But anything I go experience, I want to make it home. You feel me? So, like, give me a parachute. On my daddy, give me a parachute. So if this bitch go down, I'm jumping out this motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm leaving everybody. The engines went out. Huh? You gonna see me at the door? The what? We need to jump now? Oh, not yet. You can get it on. You just gotta wait. Okay. For real, I'm gonna have my shit on the handle. Soon as y'all say some shit, go out. What? I'm gonna glide to the nearest fucking land. The nearest land, I'm gliding. For real. And y'all better come get me. Y'all better come get me for real. I'm scared.
Watch our bin.
That shit go, boy, that'll fuck me up. I'll go visit an island, nigga. And that bitch, the damn helicopter blow up. Or not blow up, because I'm dead. But something happened to where we going down. And I gotta jump out and I land on the island. And we find out ain't nobody on this motherfucking island but frogs and shit. I'm scared as shit, man. How am I gonna call somebody? How they gonna know I'm here? Damn. I ain't fit. But them frogs gonna be pissed at me. Cause I'm surviving off frog legs until somebody gonna pick me the fuck up. Frogs gonna see me and be like, yeah, I'm eating you niggas' legs all week. I've been eating frog legs. This shit tastes like chicken, for real, man. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video, y'all. Need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn in post notifications on, and get ready for the next video. Cause I'm out. Peace. I love every last one of y'all. I'm out. Chicken Glee.